Hey YouTube, I'm back, this time for the first time in about 4 months with a beauty empties video. It's been, like I said, a couple months since I've shot this. My empties bag has just been filling up with non-Bath and Body Works empties, so I really just wanted to get it cleared out because like I said, it has been since September. So I don't have any chit chat besides you may see a bit of like a video blitz in the next couple of weeks or so, because I'm also going to do a home fragrance empties. Of course, I'll have a Bath & Body Works empties. On February 1st, I will have my update for my Bath & Body Works Use It Up challenge. And I'm also about to start my updates for my Bath & Body Works collection. So there'll be a whole bunch of content on my channel coming up, so definitely stay tuned. One thing I will say, speaking of Bath & Body Works, is that I chose not to go back to the sale a second time, so I will link the one SAS haul that I did down below. But because I'm done shopping the sale, and because I'm not waiting on any package from Bath & Body Works, and I don't have anything new from Bath & Body Works to share with you right now. That's why I'm going to go ahead and just start with my collection updates. So again, that will be coming up soon. All kinds of good content coming up, especially if you're a Bath & Body Works person. Definitely check me out. Also, if you're on Instagram and if you're not following me, you can find me at Lifting and Lipstick. I will also put that down below. So if you're interested in candle content, Bath & Body Works content, I also post my outfit of the day a lot. Like, this is what I just wore to work today. Then you can also see that on Instagram too, and kind of take a peek into my personal life a little bit. So without further ado, let's get into my beauty empties. As always with my beauty empties, I'll start with things that are like not very exciting, and then I'll get into stuff that's a little cooler. Okay, so first let's start with my my toothpaste. Like I said, it's been 4 months, so I do have several of these. I use Sensodyne with my husband. We use it because our dentist recommends it. So we have 3 used up in Sensodyne Pro Enamel, and we have 2 in, I think this is just like the regular Sensodyne. Actually, it says complete protection. So to me, it doesn't really make a difference. Really, for me, it's like basically what I can coupon, because I feel like Sensodyne is worth it, but it is more expensive than like Crest and Colgate. So it really depends, I guess, on what you value, but we go ahead and spring for Sensodyne. So we will always repurchase it. It's what we use every single day. My husband says that he can tell the difference in taste between the different types of Sensodyne, but honestly, I don't really care. I just kind of buy whatever. But again, we will continue to use those. Okay, so now let's get into, again, other things that are not quite so exciting. I will also get into my contact solutions. So I use contacts every day. I take them out every single night. I'm pretty religious about it. And I am loyal to BioTrue. It is my contact solution of choice. So yeah, it's just a multi-purpose solution. So these are the 2 quote unquote smaller ones. And this is a 16-ounce bottle. I recently found like 2 packs of these 16-ounce bottles at Costco. So that is where I intend to buy more of these in the future, just because naturally, since you're buying in bulk, you will get more for your money. So because it is contact solution, and I mean, technically it expires, but it takes like forever to expire. Since I use it every single day, I will go ahead and continue to purchase these. Again, BioTrue for sure. I love this brand, but also I will buy it from Costco where I can get it cheaper. All right, now let's get into some deodorant and antiperspirant. I used up, this is, okay, it says both. It's both an antiperspirant and a deodorant. This is from Secret. This is the pH Balancing Minerals, and the scent is Cool Water Lily. I'm not so sensitive to fragrance. I mean, obviously, because I'm a Bath & Body Works person. I'm not so sensitive to fragrance that I can't use it with an antiperspirant or with a deodorant. I also don't feel like I really notice the scent throughout the day, so like, whatever. But maybe if you're more sensitive, you would notice it. I tend to coupon for Secret. I especially love the aluminum-free kinds. This is not aluminum-free because it'll say like at the top if it is. But like I said, in general, I coupon for Secret and I think it's effective for me, so I continue to purchase it. Again, most of the time I spring for aluminum-free, but I just happened to get this one. Okay, so next, I also picked up I picked this up, I think back in the spring, like kind of randomly. This is the Secret Weightless Dry Spray. This is also, it says both antiperspirant and deodorant. So I decided to try out the spray just because I like wouldn't normally, and I thought it was fine if I don't have sleeves. I don't know, like, you know, in the summer, if I'm just wearing like a sleeveless dress or whatever, I thought this was fine. It was definitely a different dry down than a stick in the sense I thought it was a little bit more powdery when it dried. But I feel like some people either would not like it or would prefer this over a stick. So I prefer a stick just because I feel like it's easier to use. But again, if I were wearing, you know, a sleeveless dress or whatever, this was fine. I thought it worked just fine too. So it's not that I definitely would not repurchase it, but I will spring for a stick rather than a spray. But for what it's worth, again, this is the Water Lily scent and I thought it worked just fine. Okay, so next, let's get into, again, some stuff that's not especially exciting. I do have my face wash. I use Clean and Clear. I am mostly cruelty-free, but one of my exceptions is Clean and Clear, my face wash, just because because it is a face wash, I just want it to be effective for me. So I always use the Morning Burst line. So I have Morning Burst. The orange one is vitamin C and ginseng, and this kind of light blue one is, what does it say? It's moisturizing and it smells just like cucumber melon is how I would describe this. This is kind of like musky ginger. I'm currently using a yellow one that is like lemon and caffeine or something like that. And it smells, you know, like lemon. So again, this is really just what I use. It takes me about, maybe about 6 weeks or so to get through one of these, and these are 8 ounces. So for what I pay for them, and again, I do coupon for these as well. For what I pay for them, I think that they're worth it. Again, they're simple, they're accessible, they're not cruelty free, but they are effective for me. So I will continue to repurchase these. And I do have more of these in my backup tote that I have underneath my sink. By the way, soon I think I will also post a video where I show you what I have in the tote that I keep underneath my sink that essentially just has all my products that are not Bath & Body Works products. So it is quite overflowing and I need some accountability. So I think I will be transparent here on my channel and show you what I have in that tote as well. Okay, so now let's get into stuff that's like, I guess, a little bit more fun or a little bit more unique. The next item that I have is from Alba Botanica. This is the Acne Dope Pimple Patches, and they're really just pimple stickers. So I got this one from TJ Maxx. You can get them from Target. You can get them on Amazon. But usually if I can find them at TJ Maxx or Marshalls or whatever, I'll buy them there because they are cheaper. And yeah, they just come in this little box and it's like, I don't know how many sheets you get, like maybe 6 or 8. And yeah, they're just stickers that you put on your zits. I find that they are the most effective if your zit has already broken skin. Like, I know that's a little icky to talk about, but it is what it is. So I like it, again, if that zit has already broken skin, but if it hasn't, like, they're okay. So I continue to repurchase these just because they do work for me. Especially again, if you already have a white head or whatever, but yeah. And my husband uses them with me too. So these are also really good for traveling. So I'll grab like a sheet or 2 and then I'll stick it in a travel makeup bag and it just takes up like no room at all, but it's really great on the fly if you're traveling somewhere and you just kind of need to put a sticker on overnight. So these are mostly clear, I guess. So they'll blend into your skin. You can wear them during the day, but I prefer to wear mine at night. However, I work at a school and I do find that kids use pimple patches a lot, but they'll be like multicolored stars and they'll wear them to school like it's a fashion statement or something. So these are not those, but I think they're effective nonetheless. Okay, so now let's get into some hair care. So because it has been 4 months, I've used up quite a bit of hair care since I last posted a Beauty Empties. A lot of this was Tresemme, but I have some other brands too. So the first 2 that I will show you are 2 shampoos by Tresemme. They get a little bit gunky at the top, but honestly, I don't really care. So these are both the same. They're Botanique. And they are nourish and replenishing shampoos. and they do have a coconut scent. It's definitely not as in your face as like a Waikiki Beach type of coconut, but it is a really nice, like dry, kind of warm weather, beachy-esque kind of coconut. So again, not so intense that if you are sensitive to fragrance, I would say steer clear, but there definitely is a distinct coconut fragrance to it. So I liked it. I wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it, but I would not recommend it. It worked just fine for me. The next item that I used up was also from Tresemme. This is a conditioner, and same kind of thing. It's the Botanique, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but whatever. And it's again the coconut nourish. So I go through shampoo faster than I go through conditioner. So while I didn't use up both of those big ones and this at the same time, I use them up kind of like in congruence with each other. And then just followed up with another conditioner later. So again, it was fine. Nothing that I would not recommend against, but I wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it. There must have been a situation where I just had a lot of coupons for Tresemme. Okay, so next, I also used up a conditioner from Herbal Essences. I'm really glad that Herbal Essences went cruelty-free because I really do enjoy this as a drugstore brand. I especially love the hydration line from Herbal Essences. This is coconut water and jasmine. This is also a conditioner that I used up with those two shampoos, and same kind of thing. There's definitely a coconut fragrance to it. This coconut fragrance is stronger than the Tresemme for sure. But yeah, I really like it. So I used up Herbal Essences Hello Hydration a lot when I lived in Australia back in 2017 and 2018. And I was just waiting forever for it to go cruelty free. And now that it is so good. So I would definitely repurchase it. Love it. The next and last hair care, no, not last hair care. So the last like shampoo conditioner set I used up is from Garnier Fructis. I'm also glad that this is cruelty free because this is another kind of like store brand, if you will, that I really like. So this is Garnier Fructis Grow Strong. I am a big fan of this. It also has a great scent. It smells like apple, like a green apple, and that's good. So do I feel like it helped my hair grow? I mean, maybe. Like, I wouldn't say no, but I thought that it left a nice sheen in my hair. I thought that I could go like more days in between washes with this. So for that reason, I really enjoyed using this up. I do have another set of this in the tote underneath my sink. Okay, so the last hair care item I have is actually a dry shampoo. I used this up quite a while ago. This is the Pearlescence Lookin' Fresh Instant Refresh Dry Shampoo in Watermelon, and this was fine. I normally will spring for something that has kind of like a dark dye in it just because I have brown hair. But I thought this was just fine. I don't feel like it left a powdery white cast in my hair per se, but perhaps you would get that if you're more liberal with your dry shampoos. So I'm finding that because I can go more days between washes with my current shampoo and conditioner, I don't rely on dry shampoo so much anymore, but it's still nice to have around. So I bought this from TJ Maxx, as you can see. I bought it for $6.99, God, maybe like 2 years ago. It takes me a long time to go through dry shampoo. And yeah, it was fine. Again, I wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it, but I wouldn't not repurchase it in the future. All right, so now let's get into some makeup and lip products, and then we'll be done. The one of the makeup products I have is a setting mist from Morphe. This is the larger size. It is 6.5 ounces, and this is the continuous setting mist. So I most days will set my makeup with a setting spray, and I like it. And not that this is fragranced per se, but I think it does smell nice. And what I also like about it is, like, sorry environment, but it's an aerosol, and I just think it sprays really nicely and evenly through the end. So I have a couple more of these. I think I have I definitely have one on my vanity right now, and I think I have maybe like 1 or 2 more in my tote underneath my sink, but I do really like these and I would repurchase them. Okay, so next, again, for makeup and lip products to finish out this this Empties, I will get into some makeup. So speaking of Morphe, I also finished up in the last 4 months 3 tubes of concealer. This is the Morphe Filter Effect Soft Radiance Concealer, and I have the color C8. Or maybe it used to be C8 and now it's Light 8. So Light 8 and Warm is the color that I use for my concealer. So I don't have any concealer on today. I did a little bit of foundation that has a lighter coverage just because it's just been what I've been using lately. But I really do like these. I will be traveling soon and I'm going to take a concealer rather than my foundation just because it has like smaller packaging. So it's easier to travel with. But again, some people will, you know, say what you will about Morphe, but I really like it for certain products, and the concealer is definitely it. So I get them from Ulta. You can coupon for them because they're on the drugstore side, and I really like it. What I also like about these Morphe concealers is that they really don't budge, so they last all day. So my foundation does not so much, but these concealers do. So that's why most of the time I'll stick with my concealer. All right, so next let's get into some eye products. They're all from CoverGirl. So I used up 2 of the CoverGirl Lash Blast Amplify Primer. I use these every single day. I will switch these out when I switch out my mascara every 3 months. I have 1 black mascara and 1 brown mascara, but besides that, I'm not the person who has like 10 mascaras open at once. I just have them open for 3 months and then I'm done. And then I kind of retire them out and then move on to my next tube. So again, the Amplify Primer, I really like this. It's kind of a game changer with my lashes. I don't wear falsies, like no shade to people who do. I can totally respect that, but for me personally, I just don't. So I definitely notice a difference still after years of using the primer between using the primer and not. So it really does a good job with my lashes. Again, especially if you don't wear falsies, this is a really good product. So I will put this on my lashes and I'll put on just 1 coat. And then I'll wait about like 30 seconds or a minute, and then I'll go on with my mascara. So I don't put them on like immediately after my primer. I let it get a little bit tacky and build up a little bit and like dry a tiny bit, and then I go in with my mascara. So just so you know, that's how I would use them. All right, and speaking of my mascara, I also used up 2 tubes of my black mascara. This is the CoverGirl Clump Crusher, and this is in Very Black. Again, most days I use a black, but occasionally I'll use brown mascara too, but my brown mascara is also from CoverGirl. So this is my favorite mascara. Again, it is cruelty-free. I love it. You can find it at Ulta or really any grocery store. You can definitely coupon for it. And let me open it up so you can see the wand. So this is the wand. So it's curved a little bit, but again, what I love about the Clump Crusher is that it really does its job. I really don't get clumps in my mascara, and that's something I really care about. Like I really want that length and I want that separation. So this helps me achieve that. So again, I just go in with 1 coat of the Amplify Primer, wait 30 seconds or a minute, 2 coats of black mascara, and I'm good. I really love it. Would definitely repurchase it. It is certainly the mascara that I use virtually every single day. All right, now let's finish up with some lip products. So the first one that I'm decluttering is is this e.l.f. And it's not a lipstick, but it's like a lip scrub. So as you can see, it's looking pretty janky, but I've also had it for several years and it's just time to get rid of it. I have other lip scrubs, and while this was fine, I just find that I just don't reach for it enough to really justify keeping it around. So it is, as you can see, it's really shaped like a lipstick. Essentially what you do is take this rough edge and just use it as a scrub on your lips, and then just like scrub off the sugar and whatever that it leaves behind so that you don't have flakes or whatever on your lips anymore. So again, I did use it for a while, but it's been a long time since I've reached for it. So I just decided to pull it and be done with it because it is pretty old at this point. I wouldn't recommend against it, just like my other things in this Empties, but I wouldn't go out of my way to repurchase it. All right, so next I have from EOS one of their kind of not spherical, but round lip balms. This one was actually a promotional one from from an apartment complex I used to live in. So, I mean, whatever. So yeah, it got a little bit janky at the end, but it served me well. I like EOS. I think the texture is nice, and I'm definitely a lip balm person. I hate the feeling of dry lips. What I don't really love about just the shape of their packaging is that as it gets really flat, the lip balm becomes very wide. I don't like, you know, where you would put your mouth becomes very wide. And that kind of bugs me because I don't like the idea of having lip balm like all around my mouth. I don't know how to make that not weird. But anyway, so, you know, as you can see, if I get an EOS product, I'll definitely use it up. I just prefer like more stick balms. Speaking of which, I used up a mini stick from Blistex. This is Fruit Smoothies Berry Explosions. So I bought a pack of these, I think, from TJ Maxx. And yeah, I'm just kind of working through them. Again, I'm a lip balm person, so it's like pretty much used up. I carry a lip balm in my purse every single day, so that's how it's possible that I can actually use them up and not lose them. So again, I have more of these mini Blistex where this comes from, but yeah, I would recommend it. I like it. Okay, so the next one I used up is a little bit strange. It's pretty janky anymore, but it is a Cold Stone Birthday Cake Remix Lip Balm from Forever 21. And then the packaging just kind of looks like a Cold Stone item, I guess. And then it looks like the Birthday Cake Remix ice cream on top. Back when I was like 16, I thought I was cool when I would go get a Birthday Cake Remix shake. And I feel like I could still drink like a mini now, but oh God. And I have a sweet tooth, but I just could not imagine drinking a large Birthday Cake Remix shake anymore. That just is horrifying to me. So anyway, but because I loved it back in the day, I decided to pick this up when I was randomly at a Forever 21 in Vegas, and it was fine. I mean, it was definitely like novelty and kind of whatever, and it really got like goopy and gross, and it cracked on the side, as you can tell. But you know, I think I bought it for like $5. It was whatever. And it actually was an okay texture. I thought it actually did a pretty good job of moisturizing my lips, at least for a while. But yeah, it's just kind of icky. So it's just time to let it go. So I appreciate you, Birthday Cake Remix, but I'm ready to move on. And the very last time that I have is a lip gloss from Victoria's Secret. I used to work there, and I worked there for nearly a year between 2022 and 2023. In a couple of weeks, I will actually post a video about like the good and bad of my experience at Victoria's Secret. But while I was there, we had these tubes of lip gloss, and I mean, they still carry them. It's not something they only had while I was there. And in fact, they still have cherry balm. So yeah, I purchased this in cherry balm. It is pretty thick and a little bit goopy. I'm usually not a lip gloss person, so when I say something is goopy, just take that with a grain of salt. But I really enjoyed it. So the flavor was kind of like cherry Kool-Aid vibes. Like it was very much so a candied, kind of drippy red maraschino cherry, and I really enjoyed it. I'm just getting rid of this because, I mean, maybe you can tell, but it is getting a little bit see-through, so I can see that the product is virtually gone. And also, I don't know if it's been punctured somewhere or what, but it is kind of leaking a little bit, and I just didn't want that in my bag. So like I said, you can still pick up cherry balm. I would recommend this flavor, especially if you love fruity flavors, but Victoria's Secret has tons and tons of them. But yeah, I was in Victoria's Secret maybe like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they had this exact flavor. So I liked it. It lasted me quite a while. I would repurchase it. So that is it for my beauty empties for the last 4 months. Hope y'all enjoyed. Like I said, I will have a bit of a video blitz in the next week or two, just because I have a lot of content coming your way, especially with Bath & Body Works. So as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. It's down below at Lifting and Lipstick, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.